Hi everybody, welcome to Graceful Planet. Thank you for joining us. I am your host, Jose Peña, and a little backstory into me. I am an independent filmmaker. Alright guys, we've been doing this shot for the past 2 days. I mean, it's time to get serious. I think this is a really simple shot, you know. I just need you guys to bring some more to the table. Okay? I mean, could you look at me like you mean it? Do you mean it? Show me you mean it. You mean it? Good. Okay, that's it. Now how about you? You have anything yeah? No? Okay, good. Originally from New York, now based in Los Angeles. I've been directing for about 12 years now. I have been actively writing and editing for about 6 years, and here we are now. I was born and raised in the Bronx, a little cul-de-sac named Short Haven. And from a very young age, I was inspired by films because my cousin Michelle, she had a whole library of bootleg videos that was just planted all over the walls. Like when you walked into the room, everything was just shelf on shelf on shelf. So I don't think there was a film growing up that I haven't seen because of that woman. The goal of this channel is first and foremost to entertain. Secondly, I hope that you find inspiration as I explain the hardships and also the fun times that I've experienced on my journey. What kickstarted my film career, I have to give credit to my grandmother, Ida Melendez. She bought me a Canon 60D. It was back in 2012. And for those first 2 years, I just started taking photos of everything. And then I started filming at Hooters, which was a place that I used to work at. I was a line cook and I would film stuff with my coworkers. Our very first film was a Hooters piece of employees complaining about the conditions of working in that kitchen.
Dear kitchen, of which I won't name because I'll get sued. I'm writing this letter to let you know how awesome you are. But what I love more than your welcoming arms are the tools provided to help me get the job done efficiently. Knives that can't cut tomatoes and broken fryers are every line cook's dream. Taking time out of my well-earned break to make reasonably sized tickets is such a delight. And when a problem arises, you taught me how to handle it well. For that, I thank you.
And then we also jumped on a trend called the Harlem Shake, which you might be familiar with it. Hooters had their own version of it. Outside of that, in between shooting, the very first short that I shot was called Infinite, and we shot that at Hooters. And that's my very first collaboration with Sean Fitzharris.
I don't live here, I'm just an actor they hired, so everything I'm about to tell you is from a script. But they assure me it's true. And I sure hope so, because this is a really big check they gave me, and I hope they're good for it. So, let's get down to business.
And we fell in love. From there, we started a production company called Fat Cheetah. From there, we just started filming every week. We started off doing short scenes, then we jumped into different genres like comedy, we jumped into horror, and we also jumped into mini documentaries. And that was the idea. It was supposed to be this free flow, free form content where basically any week, it's like a mystery box. You click on the link and you don't know what you're gonna get.
It's just a pot!
It's just a pot!
It's just a lid!
It's just a lid!
You're not the lobster, I am!
Holy shit!
You're a man!
I'm a man!
A manly man! Who's not a lobster?
I'm a manly man!
Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Thank you, lobster friend! Ah!
So originally, Fat Cheetah was meant to be a YouTube channel. And we were able to put out 4 shorts before we had to pivot.
I raised 10.
No, you can't raise. We're not betting.
Oh, well then I call.
No, we're not betting now. There's no betting in the game.
There's no betting in the game?
No.
Then how do I know my odds?
Your odds are slim. Move. Not you move. Move the piece.
I know that.
That's my piece.
Okay, how am I supposed to know what my pieces are?
You're white.
Thank you, you're kind of a tannish
No,
color.
the pieces are white. Your pieces are the white pieces.
Well, I thought it was the horses.
No.
Okay, let me get this straight. All the white pieces are mine?
Yes.
Oh! Okay. Okay. All right, I get it now.
Sean came with his own community of actors who had already knew of him and wanted to work with him. And the waitresses and people who worked at Hooters were also in the entertainment industry. A lot of people did acting, a lot of people wrote, a lot of people wanted to shoot or also start shooting. So we were all part of this little bubble that inspired each other. Sean's my soul brother. He's, I would like to say, the guy that kickstarted a lot of this, mainly by giving me the inspiration and matching my crazy. And also just helping me realize that I had even more crazy to offer because, again, you don't really know anything about yourself until you're in a position to learn. Definitely someone who is such an important piece to my filmmaking journey. And that's why it brings me back full circle to this whole moment because, you know, Fat Cheetah, on top of it being a very beautiful start, it was also my first encounter with pivoting and understanding that nothing stays the same. So Sean, he suffers from bipolar disorder and he had a manic attack. Because of the manic attack, he ended up being admitted and he had to go back home. And that was the end of Fat Cheetah. Basically, that whole idea, you know, that spirit behind it sort of dwindled for a bit. And it was like, oh, I finally found the answers and then ended up back at square one. I was like, who am I gonna find now? Who's gonna be like the person that wants to like do this seriously? Oh yeah, the end of Fat Cheetah definitely instigated the question I didn't even think I was asking myself when I started was who I am as a filmmaker. So yeah, it definitely forced my hand and it brought me back to the same old logic that I had when I started, which was working with what I have. Ultimately, it was more of a collaboration with this other great voice, and this was the start of me finding my own voice.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There's an awful lot of ocelots. Awful lot of ocelots in my head. I wish these ocelots would stop for trying to bother me. I wish these ocelots were dead. Everyone rides a cheetah, and you're running all around all across the Serengeti. Everyone rides a cheetah. Everyone's in love, it's you and me. Everyone rides a cheetah, and you're running all around all across the Serengeti. Everyone rides a cheetah. Everyone rides you and me. There's an awful lot of ocelots running round in my head. Yeah. There's a lot of ocelots, and I wish they were all dead. Come on, my ocelot, let me hide inside these 2 walls. Oh, my ocelot, my family will get off the walls. Everyone rides a cheetah. Everyone, you ride it now. Everyone rides a cheetah. Everyone likes the feeling now. Everyone rides a cheetah. 'Cause we run around and all across the Serengeti. Everyone rides a cheetah. I love you and you love me. Ocelot family. Ocelot family. Family ocelot.
I'd love to hear about your journey. I'd love to hear about what got you into filmmaking or writing or editing or opening up a restaurant or whatever it is that you do. So please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and remember, it's all about the journey.